back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can achieve this Mary Sanderson makeup look and also how you can style her wig as well. I absolutely love Hocus Pocus and I thought, you know what? I think it's time to bust out the Sanderson sisters. Everyone raise a broomstick if you like Hocus Pocus. The great thing about this makeup tutorial is it is very versatile. You can either look like this and be a little bit more normal, or you can weird it up and start doing the weird lip thing, and then you really get into character. But it's definitely a little bit of a workout, so just like do some exercises before. Also, before we go any further, I think it is very important to say that I feel like I look like Mia from My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Like literally from here down, I feel like I look like her, which is crazy because I always thought that my mom kind of looked like that actress when I was growing up, and I loved that movie. So like when I finished this makeup look and I did the mole, I was just taken back. Have y'all even seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding? I really hope so. So this might just be a Greek Mary makeup tutorial, but I gave you a 2-for-1. How about that? But speaking of makeup tutorials, if this is not enough for you, I have bountiful Halloween makeup tutorials for you guys to watch. This is my 5th year doing Halloween makeup here on YouTube, so I will have my playlist linked down below for you guys to check out some of my previous makeup tutorials as well. Also, make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I'm doing a huge Halloween giveaway here on my YouTube channel, and you guys definitely don't want to miss it. It is going to be wrapping up here pretty soon, so make sure you stick around to see how you can enter in that before it is done. So anyways, with that being said, if you guys are interested in seeing how you can turn yourself into Mary Sanderson this Halloween, then just keep watching. Hey Spoops, so to get started, I'm going to be showing you how I styled my Mary Sanderson wig. So this is how the wig arrived whenever I first got it, and it's really voluminous and messy, but the great thing about this wig is that there's a lot of hair to work with, which is exactly what we want. So to start off, I'm going to be taking these front pieces of the wig and I'm going to be pinning the rest of the hair back. These are going to be the bangs. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by cutting a little bit of the excess. So I'm kind of cutting them halfway to work with this because we can always cut it shorter later, but I didn't want to cut too much until I had the opportunity to curl it. So what I'm just doing is I am honestly just curling the hair in between my fingers and rolling it up and just pinning it in place with a clip and going ahead and hairspraying it. We're going to leave it in this position while we work on the rest of the wig, and it's going to give it enough time to kind of hold that curl. Next, we're going to be creating the headpiece that is going to hold this style in place. So I'm going to be taking some tinfoil and just kind of shaping it into a thick piece that I'm going to be having curl up. I've seen some people have done this with wire, but I found that the tinfoil actually worked really, really well, and this is something that a lot of people tend to have in their house, which is good. So I'm going to be sectioning off the front piece of hair, and I'm going to be going ahead and bobby pinning this into place in the center of the wig before starting to take one of the back sections of hair and wrapping this around the tinfoil. I'm going to be pinning it in place as I go, and I'm going to be alternating sides each time I do this. So I started with the left side of the wig, then I'm going to be wrapping hair from the right side of the wig, and then just going back and forth and slowly bringing the hair higher and higher on the little tinfoil headpiece that we created. Something I would recommend is if you have time, definitely maybe spray paint the tinfoil either a brown or a black before you start wrapping the hair. I didn't really have time to do that. However, there are some moments where you can kind of see the tinfoil through that I was able to cover with some black colored hairspray, but that would just kind of help alleviate that altogether. So as you can see, I'm definitely just wrapping the hair around it until you get to the tip. And if you don't have enough hair for the tip, the pieces that we cut off for the bangs, I just went ahead and glued that on to the very tip of the hair and wrapped it, and that worked perfectly. So as you can see, I'm taking a little bit of that black colored hairspray and just filling in some of the areas that you could see some of the tinfoil through the wig, and I'm just going to be finishing wrapping this section of the wig. I'm then going to be taking some of my L'Oreal Colorista colored hairspray in purple, and I'm going to be starting to color some strands of hair before wrapping that around the wig. And then if you do need a little bit more purple throughout the wig, I just went ahead and kind of created my own strands by just spraying this directly onto the hair. It is better if you can spray the strand before you wrap it, so it helps make it look a little bit more realistic, but this works just as well, and it definitely helps give that nice pop of color that Mary has in her wig. Now, I went ahead and did the bangs once the wig was already on my head just because it helped make it a little easier. You can, of course, just leave them curled. However, she does have the bangs a little bit more loose and flowing freely on her head. So I went ahead and unraveled the curls, and then I'm going to be cutting them drastically shorter. And what happens is the hair actually starts to kind of stick straight up, but don't be worried because this is actually going to work to our benefit. We're just going to start hairspraying the bangs down and shaping them, and they're going to be creating this nice little swoop off to the side. And that is how you can style Mary Sanderson's wig this Halloween. Next, we're going to be moving on to the makeup. I'm going to be starting off by popping in some brown contact lenses, and then I'm going to be going into my Fenty Skin Sunscreen, and I'm going to be applying this all over my face to help moisturize it before going into my Buckle Bunny Beauty Sheer Perfection Primer and applying this over my face as well. Next, I'm going to be going into my Becca Cosmetics Under Eye Highlight, and I'm going to be applying this under my eyes to help brighten them before going into my Milani Supercharged Concealer in Peach, and I'm going to be using this to color correct under my eyes. So I'm going to be applying it right underneath, and this is also going to help bring a little bit more warmth into that area as well. I'm then going to be taking my MAC Strobe Cream, and I'm going to be applying this to my cheekbones to help give my face a little bit more of a natural glow before going into my foundation, where I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation in the shade 220N, and I'm going to be applying that all over my face using my IT Cosmetics Airbrush Blurring Foundation Brush. I'm then going to be going into my Buckle Bunny Beauty Creamed Powder Foundation in Mocha, and I'm going to be applying this to the areas that I would like to contour. So this is going to be under my cheekbones and my jaw, and I'm just going to be going ahead and blending that out before moving on to highlighting my face, where I'm going to be taking my ColourPop Cosmetics No Filter Concealer in number 14 and applying this to the areas that I now want to brighten. So this is going to be under my eyes, my chin, and under my cheekbones, and then I'm just going to be going ahead and blending that out before setting my face with my Airspun Translucent Powder. Moving on to brows, I'm going to be starting off by taking my NYX Precision Brow Pencil in Espresso, and I'm going to be going ahead and just lightly filling in my brows, and then I'm going to be extending the inner part of my eyebrow and kind of making it a little bit pointier and more bold because Mary Sanderson does have very prominent filled in eyebrows, and then I'm just going to be going ahead and setting them with my Benefit Cosmetics 24-Hour Brow Setter Gel. For my contour, I'm going to be taking my KVD Beauty Shade and Light Contour Palette, taking this contour shade, and I'm going to be applying this to the areas that we applied the cream contour. Not only is this going to help set the cream contour from earlier, but it's also going to help give a little bit more definition to our face as well. I'm then going to be taking the banana color from the palette, and I'm going to be applying this under my eyes, and this is going to help brighten these areas too. For my blush, I'm going to be going into my ColourPop Disney Kissin' a Frog blush. I'm just going to be applying this to the apples of my cheeks and blending this over my nose and bringing them up my cheekbones as well. For my highlight, I'm going to be taking my Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Highlighter, and I'm just going to be applying this to my cheekbones and down my nose and chin before moving on to eyes, where I'm going to be priming them with my Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Primer. For my eyeshadow, I'm taking none other than my ColourPop Disney Hocus Pocus Gather Round Sisters palette, taking Full Moon, and I'm going to be applying this all over my eyelids before going into Hello Salem, and I'm going to be applying this to the outer corner of my eyelid and blending that inwards, and then also bringing it down to my lower lash line as well. I'm then going to be going into On Toast, and I'm going to be applying this all over my eyelid and then bringing this down to my lower lash line before going ahead and blending this out with a clean blending brush. I'm then going to be going into Coven, and I'm going to be doing the same thing, where I'm going to be applying this all over my eyelid and bringing it down to my lower lash line before once again making sure to lightly blend this out. I'm then going to be taking Goodbye Cruel World, and I'm going to be applying this to my lower lash line and a little bit on the outer corner of my upper lash line before mixing I Call It a Bus with Goodbye Cruel World, and I'm just going to be lightly patting this onto my eyelid just to kind of help give a little bit of an ombre effect. Next, I'm going to be going back into my Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Highlighter, and I'm going to be using this to highlight my brow bone before taking my L'Oreal Silk Me Charcoal Eyeliner and just tightlining my lower waterline. And I'm even going to be bringing this up to my upper lash line as well. I'm then going to be prepping my eyelashes by curling them before going into my Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, and I'm just going to be going ahead and sweeping this through my upper and my lower eyelashes. For my false eyelashes, I'm actually going to be applying my Kiss No. 11s to my upper lash line before going into my ColourPop Mary Sanderson lip kit. I'm going to be taking Spinster Ladies, and I'm going to be going ahead and outlining my lips. I'm then going to be taking the Mary lipstick, and I'm going to be applying this over my lips as well. I'm then going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid black eyeliner, and I'm actually going to be creating a little beauty mark, but I already happen to have a beauty mark, so I'm actually just going to be putting this right over top of that. And then last but not least, I'm going to be setting my face with my e.l.f. Stay All Night setting spray. And that is my completed Mary Sanderson makeup and wig tutorial from Hocus Pocus. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see next. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. Also, if you haven't already, please consider supporting me on Patreon. You can support me for as little as $1 a month and receive all exclusive behind-the-scenes sneak peeks of upcoming makeup tutorials before anybody else, and it really does help support me and my channel. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Hey Spoops, cutting in for a minute to tell you how you can enter in my Halloween giveaway worth over $200, where one of you will be winning all of these Halloween makeup goodies. This giveaway is going on from October 1st to October 31st at midnight, aka like November 1st at midnight, like in between, that in between space, that one. So in order to enter into my giveaway, you first need to be subscribed to my YouTube channel. Next is to leave a comment on my 2021 Halloween makeup tutorials. My Halloween makeup tutorials that I'm going to be uploading this month, it's ideally going to be one every weekday for the entire month of October, which comes out to 21 makeup tutorials. They are the tutorials that I'm going to be selecting the winner from. And the way that I'm going to be doing it is 21 makeup tutorials. I'm going to number them 1 through 21 and have a random number generator select a random number between 1 and 21, and I'm going to select that video associated with that number and have a random comment generator select a comment from that video. You can most definitely comment on all of my videos, and that gives you the best chance of entering, because that way you consistently have a comment on every single video, so that way whenever the video is picked randomly, you are definitely entered in that area. Third is you definitely need to make sure that whenever you leave a comment, this is very important, that you leave your Instagram handle tagged in the comment. I'm going to be DMing the winner through Instagram, so definitely make sure that your profile is public on Halloween, so that way I can DM you and let you know that you won. But I will need to be able to find you. If I click on your comment, I'm gonna need to be able to find you, so please leave your Instagram handles in the comments whenever you leave a comment throughout the entire month, just because I want to be able to message you and let you know that you won, because otherwise I won't really have a way to get a hold of you. And last but not least, this is unfortunately only open to US residents only. This is the first giveaway that I am doing. I would really love to open it up internationally in the future. However, because this is the first giveaway, I want to make sure that it goes well, so I'm going to leave it US only for now, and then hopefully in future giveaways I can make it international. And because I'm not sure if I need to say this or not, no purchase is necessary in order to enter to win, and we will only be having one winner for all of these fun Halloween goodies. So I'm so excited. Once again, thank you guys so much for supporting me, and back to the video.